Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel this planting month. If you've not subscribed to my channel, please do so. Like this video, turn on your post notifications so you get notified each time I put up a video. So before I talk about before I move on to what I have to say today, I was just thinking that, guys, don't you feel like we owe 2019 an apology? Because whatever is going on in 2020, I do not understand. But get you guys get yourself a glass of milk, because today is World Milk Day, to count all the tension in the body, because the whole world is just turning on its own. I have another topic to talk about that has been trending throughout yesterday. Over 200 and it was like close to, I think, 300,000 people talking about this same issue. Justice for Uwa. Now, before I talk about Uwa's story, there was an incident that happened like a few days ago about Tina Ezekwe, who was shot by a cop. So if you guys don't know anything about that story, check my previous video, or I'll still put the link to that video in the description box below. So I'm going to tell you guys all you need to know about Uwa's story, because this incident, like our own story, had like a murder and a rape. It was a murder and a rape case. So firstly, her name is the name of the girl involved is Uwavera Uwaila Omozua. What a beautiful name! Oh my God, such a beautiful name. And she was 22 years old, for a first 100 level student of microbiology at the University of Benin. She was murdered and raped at a church close to her house, where she went to study because it was quiet. Now, unconfirmed reports in the local media said that a group of men actually had entered the church, to hit her with a fire extinguisher and then, like raped her. Her family members received a phone call from a woman at the church. It happened on a Wednesday, I think last week, Wednesday evening, and a security guard actually found her skirt all torn and her shirts covered in pool of blood. So the pool of blood was from the, force where the fire extinguisher, where the guys like used the fire extinguisher to smash her head. Oh my God, this is too much. So Judith, Uwa's sister, stated that she often went there to sit and read because it was a quiet environment. I know in schools, some people prefer reading in church and mosques than library. But according to that statement, so it was obvious that that wasn't her first time going to study there. So practically the group of men involved in her murder and rape issue has been studying her movement and her routine. But that doesn't mean she had to get raped. Like, aside Uwa's rape issue, there was also another rape issue in Jigawa state. 11 men raped a 12-year-old girl. Like, that gist wasn't even trending as much as Uwa's story, but I have to make mention because we're talking about rape issue and it's a very sensitive issue. And I got a quote, while I was reading or like trying to get information, I got a quote from Norma Campbell. I don't know if I got the pronunciation right. I'm so sorry if I got on the nerves of the owner of this name. She stated that being violated sexually changes the soul. Before I talk on that, the Vice Chancellor of the university actually released a press concerning Uwa's case. Now, we thought he was going to help matters, but he only worsened matters by stating that you should be careful of the company you keep. I'm like, she went to study in church. I don't understand again. Like that whatever he released was just very necessary, rara. He shouldn't have even bothered. I feel, to my own opinion. Now, whenever they talk about a rape issue, whenever a rape issue comes up, the weaker vessel, that is the woman or the lady or the girl, is usually blamed for the way she dresses. They'd be like, why was she putting on that dress? Why was she going towards that place? Why was that? Why, like Nigerians are, I mean, why must women live in fear because they're the weaker vessels? Why should we be scared of going out because oh, we must go out in fear, or we don't want to get raped and stuff like that? I mean, why can't we we have the right to live the way we want. Why must our own rights be? I'll just say that rape isn't caused by indecent dressing or by flirting or by whatever things people talk about concerning girls. Rape is caused by rapists. And I feel the law should look into rape issues, especially in our country, because a lot of rapists go scot-free. And okay, look at Uwa's case, for example. The guys involved in this case are probably working freely. We just ask for justice. We ask for justice because it's unfair. They leave the young girl traumatized. Majority of them never recover from it. Some died. A lot of people have died. Uwa is in the first. We're standing up because we want to use Uwa as a representative to other people who have been raped. It leaves them different. They're never the same. Some of them even have children, get pregnant as a result of. It's just a very, very sad case. And it was so serious that they kept mentioning the general overseer of the church. Like, he needs to say something concerning the matter because she died in one of his branches and so many things. Well, the general overseer released a tweet. He tweeted, and then a lot of people were happy. At least someone is really taking the matters and happy that at least we got something. A vital they were happy because at least the whole noise wasn't in vain. And he did mention that the perpetrators should be brought to book. Rape has never been the answer. It's unfair. It's really unfair. Now, this rape issue goes both ways for girls and boys. I'm not only concerned about the female alone. It goes both ways. I don't know, because I watched a video about Uwa's dad, when he was being questioned. I felt grief. He was grieving. When you grieve so hard you can't even cry. I mean, they were still talking. He stated that they were still talking about how she's going to go for her matriculation and stuff like that. And Uwa is gone. We really hope the government look into this matter, because if we get justice for Uwa, we get justice for every single person that has been either sexually abused or raped. This is a very sensitive matter, and I'm not going to talk beyond this. So, you guys should please drop your comments or your thoughts concerning Uwa's issue, and just really hope our parents are doing fine, because this is just too much. This is too much. So I applaud you guys to please stay safe out there, because besides Nigeria, different countries also are facing different ups and downs. 2020, don't know what's going on, but we pray things get better. So that is all for today. So don't forget, I'll probably be there next time. So don't forget to subscribe again and like and